Very good morning, my dear students. Again, your ma'am is here and welcome back to your English class. Today, we are going to start chapter 11, that is the BFG, Big Friendly Giant. Okay, come on. I hope that you must have read this chapter. I know my students are very excited and very curious. So, today I will explain this chapter. Okay, see, just open page number 71 in your notebook, beta, and hold your pencils in your hands, because you know that we have to underline the words also. So page number 72. So here we go. See beta. See, let us read about a big friendly giant. I told you that earlier that what's the meaning of giant beta? Monster, Rakshas. But it was not a dangerous monster who was eating to other animals. It was a very friendly giant, just like you, just like your teachers. Okay, so let us read about a big friendly giant and his strange way of interpreting words. Means his strange way of, means he was having, because he was a giant, so obviously of course he was having his different way of interpreting the words. So let us see that who is there with the big friendly giant. Okay, see, the giant picked up the trembling Sophie. Giant picked up the trembling Sophie, a young girl, just like you. You can imagine that she was a girl of 4th standard only. So he picked up. Okay, Sophie. What was her name? Sophie. With one hand and carried her across the cave, put her on the table. Means he just picked up the girl, okay, and carried her across the cave and put her on the table. Yes. The girl was on the table, and you can imagine that what was the condition of the girl. She was trembling. Okay. So now he really is going to eat me, Sophie thought, because Sophie was thinking obviously when giant is there, so and he has picked her up, so she thought that now giant would eat me. The giant sat down and stared hard at Sophie. Stared means to look at someone without moving eyes. So he was just looking at Sophie. He had truly enormous ears. Enormous means very huge, long ears. You can see the picture, children. See his ears. So huge ears he's having. Okay, so he has huge ears, enormous ears. So then what he was doing? Each one was as big as the wheel of a truck. You have seen wheel of a truck, so huge, so big. So ear was that the ears of the giant were also very big, and he seemed to be able to move them inwards and outwards, inwards and outwards, just like this. He was just like elephant. No, you have seen the elephant's ears that he is moving inwards and outwards. So same that giant was also doing. He was able to do from his head as he wished. Whenever he wished, he was just moving his ears. I is hungry, the giant boomed. I is hungry means what? Boomed means in loud voice. So he said that I'm hungry, but his way of interpreting words was different. So he said I is hungry. Okay. So he grinned. Grin means show the teeth and laughing, right? You have seen that in movies or in the serials that how giants who like that, he was doing like that. He grinned, showing massive square teeth, and his teeth were also square with different type of teeth he was having. The teeth were very white and very square. White teeth were there and square teeth. The teeth were having the shape of square, just like this. Okay. Like this it was having. So the teeth were very white and very square, and they sat in his mouth like huge slices of white bread. So means how his teeth were looking in the mouth, just like the slices of bread are in the mouth. So now what was the reaction of Sophie? Let us see. Please don't eat me, Sophie stammered. Stammer means when we are not able to speak properly. She was stammering in between and she said, please don't eat me, because she was frightened at that time. The giant let out a bellow of laughter. Well off laughter means the giant laughed loudly, ha ha ha, like that. Just because I is a giant, you think I is a man goblin cannibal. Means what the giant said? Just because I is a giant, you think I is a man goblin cannibal? Man goblin cannibal means the giant asked the girl that because I am a giant, it means you are thinking that I eat man. So he shouted, means he shouted at the girl, that giant. So you is about right. Giants is all cannibal and murderful, and they does gobble up human beings. Means to human beings, you was saying human beings, because actually his way of talking, his way of interpreting words was too different. So then he thought, because when the girl trembled, she was afraid, she was frightened. Then the giant told her that you are thinking that I'm a giant who is eating the people. So you are right if you are thinking so, because giants are always eating the human beings, and they gobble, means eat quickly they are eating the human beings also, and they are also just doing the murder of human beings. So we is in giant country now. Then he informed Sophie that now they both were in the giant country. Giant is everywhere around. Out there us has a famous bone crunching giant. Then actually he was saying all the things so that everywhere there are giants, and we have a bone crunching giant also. He is very famous. Bone crunching giant crunches of 2 wopsy whiffling human beings for supper. Means very young, healthy human beings. Bone crunching giant, he can eat 2 human beings, 2 young human beings, fleshy human beings. Okay. Means for supper every night. Means for dinner every night he is eating who? I am not talking about big friendly giant, but I am talking about that famous bone crunching giant. He is eating 2 human beings every day in summer. He in supper at night. So he informed Sophie about all these things. Noise is ear bursting. Then he was explaining to Sophie that that bone crunching giant is eating the human beings. Then there is so much noise because he is just breaking the bones like that, breaking the bones of the human beings. So it is that noise is also very loud. So noise of crunching bones goes cracky crack for miles around. Cracky crack for miles around. You can underline this. Actually, he wants to say that whoever staying for away at a longer distance, they can also hear this sound of bones, that bone crunching giant is eating human beings. So this is about this first page. What happened, children? Again, let us do the revision up to here. Sophie is the name of a young girl, and giant is there, big friendly giant. He took the girl and he picked up the girl and just made her sit on the table, and then he informed the girl that she is in the giant's country. There are giants all around everywhere. Then he told that if the girl, because girl was traveling and the giant was having 2 that spherical teeth, just like slices of bread in the mouth. So white teeth he was having, and after that he told that if the girl his way of talking was too different, and he told the girl that if she is thinking that I'm a giant who is eating human beings and murderful, so then he told that she is right, because giants' work is this only, they are just eating the human beings. And then he told about the famous bone crunching giant who is eating 2 fresh healthy human beings as a supper every night. Means as a dinner every night. Supper means the meal of the night. So that's all about this page. So tomorrow we'll move further. Thank you, children. Bye bye. Be safe, be happy.